I'll turn this a little bit, see if I can get you out. Ooh, everything's junky on there. Hi! Welcome to my Facebook Live. Hi, everybody. Let me turn over here. Hi, welcome. Got to get in front of my lion. Oh, tonight, this is going to be something that I cannot even tell you how excited I am for my special guest. I have been meeting with Aaron Kosmitz. Many of you that are going to be watching tonight are familiar with who he is. And Aaron has recently put together not recently, actually, he's been working on this for a while, and I'm inviting him on the screen now. And he has been working on what is what called Nfr2 veterans. And in honor of Veterans Day, which is being seen and honored tomorrow, I am bringing this amazing young man on to join me. And Aaron has a story that if you are a military vet, if you have ever met a military vet, if you have one, hi Becky, hi Casey. I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm just so excited about having actually turn off, and here he is. Oh, good job, Aaron. This is Aaron Kosmitz, and this is his. Hi, can you hear me okay? Everything good?
Sounds good.
I see you, I hear you, light's good. And so welcome to my Lion's Den, Aaron. And I've had many guests here tonight, but I could not be more excited. I am an absolute patriot at heart. I was telling you earlier, I bleed red, white, and blue. And this young man has not only an amazing story to tell, and his story starts a while back, but he has created a site called Nfr2 Veteran. And he has persisted through this, working with one of our CEO of our company that we're both a part of, and getting this flyer done. He has done it completely selflessly. He has had the help of people that understand how important this mission is. If you've ever known a traumatized military vet, you understand that they are they're often the forgotten, the lonely, and but we'll ignore that. That Aaron, I want to just literally hand this over to you and launch in your story. We'll have more conversation. What was it that took place in your life many years ago that drove you to create such a passionate mission for veterans, and that would end up being this mission that would create this website? Every one of you that are watching tonight, you write this down, Nfr2 Veterans, plural. It is a Facebook page, and you all have to visit that, but you can't do it till after you watch this interview with Aaron. So Aaron, thank you so much for joining me on Facebook Live tonight. You're brave, you're bold. This is your very first time on Facebook Live, and I just want to draw out of you the beautiful you that you are, and I want you to see who you out there. If you've never met him or seen him, but you've heard of him, you need to hear his story tonight. So Aaron, take it away. I don't want us to waste one more minute. Tell us what started this whole mission in your life. Give us your story. He's got a beautiful wife. She can't join him tonight. I was hoping she could at least give us a wave, but maybe she'll join us on Facebook and give us a wave. So welcome, Aaron.
Hey, Becky, I really appreciate this. How far do you want me to go back?
Where we talked about. I think let's go back to, you were talking about, first of all, you yourself are not a vet, but you were the child of a vet.
I am. I am. Yeah, my dad was a combat veteran in Vietnam, and he brought back a lot with him, and he did come in contact with Agent Orange, so he's been affected emotionally, physically, and mentally from his time over there. He suffers from something called pseudo-bulbar affect, and it keeps a person from regulating their emotions, and tears or laughter can come out at really inappropriate times. My brothers or I or my sister didn't understand any of this as it was happening. It wasn't until later on in life that I did understand, and took a lot of it less personally, as you can imagine. But growing up with a dad like that during our formative years affected us all greatly, all of us kids. In 1998, I was in a car accident. I flatlined 7 times and took in 8 units of plasma. I broke my neck, shattered my spine. All these left ribs broke, and 2 of them went into my lung. And my clavicle, shoulder, arm is all titanium. It was all shattered and broken.
Wow.
And the month I spent in a coma was what really took the wind out of my sails, so to speak. This is nervous.
It's okay. You know what? Everybody out there watching loves you. Everybody out there right now that is listening, and just look at me and know that you're talking to me and telling me your personal story, and you know it's a story that needs to be heard. And I am a military mom, so I get it, Aaron. I mean, you break my heart as you talk. And we talked about, we've both been in an accident that was life-changing, and there's people out here that have had life-changing traumas take place in their life. And so you just keep going, nervous or not, vulnerable or not, tears or not, I'm going to shed them with you. So you just keep going. I'm proud of you. You're doing great.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I spent my 20s in recovery. A lot of that time was spent in a turtle shell because my torso wasn't strong enough to hold up itself. Everything was so demolished. I actually, this goes to the whole story. I actually had a doctor, an MD doctor, say about 15 years ago, there's this new drug coming on the market. It's going to be really good for people like you in chronic pain. You're only going to have to take it every 12 hours, and it's going to be a godsend. Well, this godsend was OxyContin. Right after my accident, they had me on 80 milligrams 3 times a day. It actually had to be specially prescribed because what it was called is end-of-life narcotics. People with cancer are prescribed these kind of narcotics. So 3 times a day, I would take a handful of pills. It was OxyContin, Percocet, Xanax, and Valium. The Xanax and Valium were to keep me from freaking out on such high doses of those opiates. As you can imagine, 12 years of those kind of drugs took a toll. They took a toll on my emotions. The thing that opiates do the most is they deaden the edges of your emotions, and that's where life exists. That's where life happens. So I was just talking to a friend tonight about going through a long period of not even being able to cry. And people think of crying as a bad thing, but when you can't cry because you don't have the depth, you don't have the depth to cry, that's a bad place. Can you ask some questions?
Sure.
I want to
So
say
here you are. So here you are, Aaron. You're in the hospital, and post hospital, they're literally feeding you, killing you with opioids. And I just did an article just before this post about how many people are just being fed. Here, you have pain. Take these. And so this became your life. Now this is in the late 90s. Are we into the 2000s yet? And are you married at this point?
I am married.
Okay.
I've been married to the same wonderful, wonderful girl. She was actually in Okinawa, Japan in 1998 when the accident happened. She was on the Marine Corps base Camp Hansen, and she the Red Cross contacted her and said, "Get on an airplane." We can't tell you. We can't tell you. Just get on an airplane. And so I woke up. I woke up to see my wife standing there in the hospital. And that wasn't supposed to, yeah, I was in a month-long coma, but I still had the wherewithal to know that she shouldn't be here and there was something wrong. When I did wake up, I was intubated, and I had deep artery needles in my arms and chest tubes and just tubes everywhere. So I cannot imagine having your life shattered more. It was I wouldn't want Hitler to go through what I went through. Okay, maybe, but yeah, it was the purest hell on earth. There was aspects of losing your mind. There was aspects of having a 20-year-old perfect body, to being just completely and utterly destroyed inside and out. So fast forward a little bit, my 20s and early 30s were very difficult. About 15 years of taking those medications and being in the pain I was in and just being unhappy with my life because I was in such hell. I unequivocally became suicidal. It was, it seemed like the natural progression to where human beings go after that kind of trauma. I don't know if you can be given the tools to get through that kind of trauma. But then everything changed. Then everything changed. I heard about Protandim Nrf2, and no hyperbole, 2 weeks after starting Protandim Nrf2, the inflammation from my broken neck and back went away. I was able to decrease my opiates every 6 months it was half. Every 6 months it was another half.
What year were you introduced? So what year are we at when somebody, and I always say this, Aaron, somebody loved you enough to introduce you to Nrf2 activation? What year were you introduced? So how many years into this trauma were you when somebody loved you and introduced you to Nrf2 activation?
2011.
2011. Okay. All right. So that gets a grip. That's how many years you suffered in darkness and in pain, and all the time on opioids, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And meanwhile, your marriage is this is something that's affected your emotional life, your mental life, your physical life, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now carry on. I just wanted to get a time frame for those that are watching.
Of course. So my life almost ended 6 years ago, and it just coincides with my introduction to Nrf2. I was able to go down on all kinds of medications, and now I take 2 or 3, and I'm not on any benzos anymore, and I'm on a 1/20th of previous opiate levels for all day relief, not 1/20th 3 times a day or twice a day, just basically nothing. I use THC and CBD and Nrf2. I know all these acronyms. It's just going to be nothing but acronyms.
Yeah, that's good. We know those, and I live in Washington State. I know them well.
So, I'm sorry, what was next? What was I?
Okay, so we're just a little bit, yeah. So this is where you're at. So now you've been on Nrf2 activation now for 6 years. Now,
Yeah.
What made you so passionate about the Nrf2 veterans? Tell us a story of now you're coming out of something, and so you're looking ahead. For the first time, you're like, I've got somewhere to go. I've got a mission. Why NRF2 veterans? What brought you this passion that now you are reaching out to many traumatized? Many traumatized. I mean, you know trauma. You don't know trauma of a military, of active duty. You know being the child of a trauma victim, but now you know trauma from the inside out. You and I were talking about that. I too have, we're both victims of a broken neck. I understand trauma. I understand shouldn't be alive. I snapped my neck in half too in 2006. So I do get that, but it's not compared to what you've gone through. So now you're like, I can look ahead. I've got a mission. Why NRF2 veterans?
Well, a huge part of it has to do with my dad. I don't want any child to have to go through what we did. Not that it was horrible or we ever felt unsafe, but I don't. What happens with our veterans? They come home and it doesn't just jump to that 22 suicides a day. Their spouses and children see things and hear things they should never hear, and their lives fall apart, and they use drugs and alcohol to kill the demons, and just coming back, they have survivor's guilt. There's so many facets to this, and so little of it is understood. And you have the macho part of it, the macho aspect that keeps men from getting help. Kudos to the ladies. A lot of female veterans do not have issues because they go to the doctor. It might just be about getting to the doctor and being open and honest. Not that the male veterans aren't. It's just women are better in that way. What happened about 3 years ago was I was daydreaming about what I'm going to do when I'm a Pro 10, because at the time that was the highest you could go in our company. And what's going to be my cause or my charity? What's going to be my reason for getting up when I have the funds to do whatever I want? And I could not think of any other reason. With what Nfr2 did for my brain, for how a simple natural supplement, a nutraceutical, could almost put you into a mentally healthier place. Physically, you still have to do the work. It doesn't fix all your problems, but wow, it does a lot more than anything else you could put in your mouth. I mean, so yeah, my path just kind of niched itself out. I started Nfr2 Veterans. Back then it was called Pro Tandem for Vets. That was before I had to change the name, but my wife and I took in about 2 years of donations, of Nfr2 donations, and we got those products out to veterans all over the United States.
Wow.
When that just didn't become sustainable anymore, like I said to you before, it's kind of like teach a man how to fish. Instead of giving veterans Nfr2, I wanted to teach them why they should be taking Nfr2, what it means to activate that protein. Yes, NRF2 slows the aging process at the subatomic level, but what it does for veterans, this is going to change so much.
I can't even tell you how broken this makes my heart in such a beautiful way, Aaron. The beauty that comes out of your heart of how you want to love these people so selfishly. And you were telling me earlier that you'd gotten these donations and you were creating t-shirts that say NRF2 veteran. I mean, imagine that, people. Listen, this guy, people were loving what he was doing. We're giving him donations. He was sending free NRF2 to veterans around the globe, around the nation. I mean, that's huge. But he's right, is that you've got to still teach to fish. This can give hope the same way it brought you hope, Aaron, and changed the course of your future. You have the ability very easily and inexpensively, if they want to do what you're doing. You know, a veteran, a lot of times they are on a limited income. To think that for $100, a bottle of Protandem and one website, you can teach a veteran to go out and make a living sharing what they have, and let alone changing their body on such a level. Did you ever even fathom that Nrf2 could switch your body on to the point where it would begin to repair itself to the ability that it's repairing itself today? Is that just blow your mind every day, Aaron?
Becky, it's almost counterintuitive. You can let your mind go to these are the synergy of these ingredients. These ingredients were touched by Jesus when he was here. Or
now you got me shouting. Woo!
The tree of good and evil in the Garden of Eden. What if that was the purest Nrf2 activator? I daydream a lot, so yeah, I think about stuff like that. I mean, it's just all science, but that's the thing. The science is impeccable. When I saw the John Quinones 2020, I thought, if it does a tenth of what it says, I was just waiting till the end. I was just waiting till the end of the presentation, so I can be a part of this. If I can sell this stuff, if I can just have a percentage of a fraction of a percent of changing the world, then I was sold 20 minutes into the presentation. And wow. I've never looked back, and I've said this before. So many people, so many of my fellow LV family say that Protandem saved their lives. It kept me from taking mine.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Wow. There are hearts flying across this screen right now. And I get to read while you're talking. Aaron, you are affecting and changing lives, the ripple effect to this. And again, I'm talking to every one of you out there. You need to share this with somebody you love. Look at the hearts. Just, I don't know if you can see them. They're flying across right now. You need to share this. This man has a mission to share what he has found with veterans and the traumatized. You don't have to be a veteran to have experienced some of the deepest trauma that your life could ever have. I know that too. I'm not a veteran, but I do know traumatized veterans. And this is something that, share this video. Now, Aaron's got something in his hands. He has worked, and I have cheered him on ever since I saw you. Aaron, when did you start posting? Remember a year or more ago, or how long was it when you posted and said, I am really wanting, it's just, you were like, you had a door to knock on. And I'm going to give a short little thing. You had a door to knock on, and you had a vision. You are a visionary, Aaron. You are a visionary that's going to go very, 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 very far in this company and in life, and change thousands upon thousands upon thousands. I just declare that over you first, Aaron. I'm talking to you first. But you knocked on a door, and just because that door didn't open right away, as a matter of fact, didn't it seem like that door to that flyer was closed for a while? And you were like mind blown. You're like, wait a minute, this cannot be. I remember your post. There was hundreds of people, including me, saying, don't give up, Aaron. Don't give up, Aaron. Go get this done. And you persisted. You knocked. You pounded. You didn't look at that door and go, oh, well, it wasn't meant to be because there's too many obstacles, so I'm giving up, and it wasn't meant to be. I'm out of here. No, you did not do that, Aaron. I watched you persist, and persist. And I want you to hold up. People, look at what's in his hands. This is a company approved, Dr. Fifi approved, Darren Jensen CEO approved, 3-fold flyer. And it doesn't have his name on it. He selfishly grabbed this idea inspired from heaven and have this created so that you could hand that out to people that you know. You need to be shouting all over that Facebook page, sending hearts all over for what this is going to mean for you and for those that you love enough to show them. So Aaron, hold it up again and show us what this is and talk to us. What is this and how do we use this as tool?
Well, yeah, this took a long time, Becky.
Yes, it did. I watched you. I cheered you on for a long time.
You did. And your fellow distributors, my fellow distributors' support was, what Nfr2 didn't heal my body, my LV family healed the rest of me times 10. I've never, like the event we just had in Orlando, I've never been surrounded by so much love. Our events are spiritual.
They are. They are.
We attract the most conscientious, wonderful, giving people. Life has gotten really good. It went from not worth living to this brochure.
So talk to us about show it to us again,
yeah.
and talk to us about what it is and what the story is and what is the story you want to tell as a result of that.
It took about 9 months. This
Yeah.
took about nine months to get approved and to jump through the hoops. And it says LifeVantage on it. So, like I told you earlier, if I walked away from LifeVantage tomorrow,
But you wouldn't.
I may have already potentially saved a life.
Yeah.
So I could walk away and be happy for the rest of my life. Except I would miss all my people.
Yeah, and we would miss you because we need you to be a part of this, as everybody knows. And look at, people are saying thank you, thank you, thank you in advance. And I know people, and this one that's right now on Nfr2 veterans, go like the page, share the page, share it again and share it some more, because that PDF is available on that page now, the updated one.
It's on the LifeVantage official page.
Okay, the updated one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And it'll say final. I'm having them take down the last version. There's only been one other one.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, then that is free for you guys. Aaron's done this. He's worked with corporate, and it's free for all of you. So the official LifeVantage distributors page, that's available on right now. Company approved. But you know what? That doesn't go without the story. And I am honored. I am honored to bring this man on. First time, he's very brave. First time on Facebook Live. I'm honored to bring him on because this is the man in the face that you want to see. He is the one that started the whole movement of Nfr2 veterans, plural. Type it in, find the page. I want to see that page double in likes in the next week. Double. Share that page. This is the man. This is the vision. It's a mission that God has him on. It's a mission that he has given him purpose and life, and it's given us purpose and life. It's going to bring purpose and life to thousands of people. And because of this, we're going to teach other veterans how to fish and to pull out of places that they were stuck in for many years. Oh, any closing word? I am almost speechless. In honor. And first of all, we say thank you to you veterans who have served our country well. We bless you. We love you. We honor you. And we completely just give all of our very best and God's richest blessings for giving of your life to our great country. And those of you that are still serving, thank you, thank you, thank you. So take it away, whatever you want to say.
Something I didn't think about until after this was approved. This is going to help veterans who suffered the same way I did with emotional issues. Maybe give this to someone to start the conversation, because it is so hard, especially when you don't feel good about yourself or you don't feel good physically, to talk to other people about making their lives better. And even though you could be successful, and really, it's very hard to do. This is this is going to help veterans in so many ways. I life had no direction or a path for most of my life, and yeah, I could not be more grateful. And I appreciate this. This has been really nice. Nice. It's been great.
Aaron, you know what? I'm gonna close with this to say, I've a very wise friend told me years and years ago when I was going through the most painful days of my life, losing a marriage, losing a family, and walking away from a lot in my life many years ago, 17 years ago, and that it was the emotional pain that literally broke my body, almost broke my spirit. I was in kind of a similar, like, I shouldn't live, I shouldn't belong here. It was such a place of pain, the kind of place that you just want to crawl up in a ball and wish that you would just literally never wake up again. And the thoughts of ending your life because the life people would be better without that kind of pain. And what somebody told me was this: don't waste the pain. And would you agree, Aaron, that all the pain that you had to go through for all those years, you stepped through it, you walked through the pain, and now you can look back and go, that pain was not a waste. In fact, God is using it for the greatest glory of his good, for the good of humanity, for the good of others, for the good of veterans, and he's bringing it right back to you for your good and your future and your family's future as well, because you did not waste the pain. You worked through it, you went through it, and now that is the very catapult that is bringing you into great success today. And you know what? I bless you with that, Aaron. I bless your business. I bless your future. I bless your relationships with your wife and your family, and that every one of God's blessing that you have so freely give, you are going to see that multiply back to you in measures that you have never experienced. Your mind is already blown with what's happened. You have not seen the likes of where you're going to go with this. And I believe that about you, Aaron, with all of my heart. And if you have been watching this and Aaron tonight, you share this with someone you love. And if you're watching this tonight and after hearing his story, you get back with that person who shared this with you, and you say, you had better tell me about this Nfr2 activation stuff. It is something that is changing lives, as you have seen.
Would you agree that the pain makes life richer?
Yes, it does. It does. It does. I mean, look how rich you are today. There's a grace that comes upon you when you don't waste the pain. It's a grace that you can only experience by experiencing pain. So if you're out there and you're experiencing pain in your body, pain in your emotions, pain in your life and marriage, don't waste it. Walk through it. Would you agree?
100%.
Yeah. Aaron, it has been my honor. I just feel like I just got a new little brother during this, and you are an absolutely amazing human being, and it's my honor to meet you. It's my honor to have brought you on live, and that now you can go on and go on live by yourself and do many and prosper and bless many people ahead. I know exactly that's what's going to happen with you, Aaron. You will be very blessed because you came on this live, and I just feel very blessed that I got to be the one to talk with you and share this with our world tonight. So if you know him and you have not looked at that Nfr2, you had better be messaging him the second this thing is done. All right.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you, Aaron. God bless all of you. Happy Veterans Day to you veterans. Go hug a vet, celebrate a vet, love a veteran tomorrow as we celebrate that day, and go to Nfr2 Veterans Facebook page. Love on Aaron and tell him how much you appreciated this tonight. Aaron, bless you, my new friend. I cannot wait to see you.
I would like to say one more thing. Saturday is the funeral service for a very special supporter Sherry McDonald's mom, Sunny.
Mm.
There were a lot of times when I wanted to give up on Nfr2 veterans and the brochure, and her monthly bottle coming every month just made me realize I was on the right path, and that someone cared enough to donate that for a veteran they had never met before. It is one of my great regrets. That thank you.
Yeah, wow. Okay, thank you for that. All right, bye everybody. Have a beautiful night, veteran. Aaron, talk to you soon. Bye.